So, a few weeks ago, I disastrously attempted onion bhajis without actually looking at a proper recipe. No, thank you. Looking at a proper recipe. So, I, like all people do, rang my mum and went, "Mum, I don't know how to make onion bhajis," and she told me I need to add grated potato, which I've just spilled like half of it, and then I've got to squeeze out all the water, so all of that, yeah. So I've got to squeeze all of that out and put it into another pot. The oil's melting nicely, melting nicely. My oil's got another thing to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze out the potato. And then my squeezed out potato, I'm then gonna, after I've squeezed it out, bob it in another bowl. So I've got some more potato there. Yeah, I've got it into a bowl. Squeezing. Wow. Woo! That's quite a lot of liquid. Whoa, I'm glad I ain't got acrylic nails on anymore, because this would have been so much harder. So yeah, that's going into my, it looks so, I'm going to be mixing that with some onion later to make the, it's all water. It's just like, this is how much water is in a peeled potato. Okay, look at this outfit that Mia's got. We're having it's a Friday party. So I'm cooking Mummy's fried chicken, onion bhajis, and we're just celebrating the fact that we're safe, we're well, and we get to spend time with each other. So, and it's Friday. And the thing is that before everyone was like, oh yeah, it's Friday, we can really relax. Whereas nowadays people, for me, I find that the days meld into one, so
I chose Mummy her outfit.
Squeezy. So that's
what's my outfit?
My last bit. So all the potato is looking really nice and grated, and it's just looking lush, right? And like if you can't see, but there's all that liquid, which I've just poured out. All that liquid. It's a good job. Like I cleared my space. So squeeze out all of that, because if the water gets into your oil, it's going to be really weird. It's not going to be a good thing. Right, so I've got all the potato out, and I've just got loads of liquid left. So what I'm going to do, it is literally, in fact, shall I pour it in I'm going to put it in so you can see. That was all the liquid that I got from the potato, which is insane. That's how much water is in your potato. So now I need to tidy up a bit, and then I need to add my onion, and I've done out a wet towel. So okay, I've got a pack up there, and I'll just use a cloth actually if I need to. The paper towels to soak up the liquid. And then I'm going to go wash my hands before I chop and add my onion. So put that in there. My sink's full of potato peel and grated potato. Right, so I had some onion left over, so I've added the onion that I'd already chopped up yesterday and added it to the mixture. And then I've got 4 more onions, but I'm not going to use 4 onions. I'm just only going to use a few. So, where's my? I keep going out of shot. I'm really sorry for that. It's because I'm trying not to end up with loads of crap on my chopping board. So I've got an onion. I'm going to chop it up really, really small and fine, but it needs to be not too small. Ooh. I don't know why I keep doing that, making a vocal sound. I think it's just a therapeutic release, like, ha, ah. Singing while cooking. Right, so I'm going to slice across as thin as I can, but obviously enough so that I can cook something. So, like this, basically.
I've got a better outfit for you.
Oh, right. Have you been in my room?
Yeah.
She's been rooting. Look at her. Go on, show the video. What? Leopard print, because I love leopard print. I need some form of a bra or something with it. Not a bra, but a bikini or something. Because I'm wearing my sports attire today. I took the kids out this morning I needed to get something from the pharmacy. Wasn't open. I've got to go back. I got there at just after 1 and it didn't open till 2. They were on the lunch break. So after going into the doctor's surgery to see if I could get another prescription so I could go to a different chemist, they were like, oh, we've already sent you a prescription. So alright, okay. So where did you get that? Alright. Don't know. In my drawer. Okay. Right, so I'm mixing. I've got some more onion in it, so I'm just going to mix the onion. I think I'm going to need to cut up another onion, because as much as that looks scrumptiously lovely, I do think I've got
anything that's ready?
No, I'm going to do these bhajis like now. Okay.
Oh, yeah, for the party. I'm going to take these in.
What, your pink and white?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Mia's idea for a party. She loves any excuse to have a party, don't you?
Yeah.
Any excuse to have a party! Woohoo! Woohoo! Right, so we've got this. You know what I thought? There was a song that I thought I couldn't sing, which was High Love by Whitney, because I just thought it was out of my vocal. But I did it the other day. I was like, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. And it felt so good to just get me. I miss gigging. I miss singing and like just. When I sing, like when I'm gigging, I'm not M.O.N. I am M.O.N. obviously, but what I mean to say is I adopt a character, and it's the same when I'm on stage. I'm completely engrossed in who I'm serving. In terms of like my last musical that I was in, Hairspray with the Catholic players, whoop whoop. I know the kids loved it, and my daughter was in it with me, and just being able to just proper embrace Motormouth was wonderful. And the thing about Motormouth's character was like she was a big lady. She's a big lady, and I have struggled with my weight my whole life. Like when I became a teenager, I became more aware of it, and into adulthood, I met my husband at uni, and when I first met him, I was consciously aware of how I looked, and so I ended up, losing a bit of weight, to the point where one of my friends was like, "You're too skinny," like, and I'm like, "All right, mate," but so I've always struggled with it, and then like Ian, we had my daughter Mia when I was 25. That looks so pretty. Oh, yeah. There we go. And yeah. So and so after having Mia, I put on a lot of weight. I went from like 13 stone to like nearly over 16. So I put on over 3 stone when I was pregnant with Mia, and then Ian asked me to marry him. Ian asked me to marry him when Mia was about 1. No, she wasn't 1 yet. She was about 8 months. Yeah, no. So Ian asked me to marry him when she was like 8 months, and so I remember we were at Stars Hall. We were walking in Huddersfield, and and he was just like, "Yeah, do you want to marry me?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "No, be serious. Do you want to marry me?" I'm like, "You being serious?" And he's like, "Yeah," because we'd talked about it, and it was like, no, we weren't gonna. Ian wasn't. Don't need a piece of paper to tell me that I love you. That sort of, But I was like, if you want another baby, I don't need another baby unless we're married. Blah blah blah. Because my faith was quite strong. I wanted to be married in a church. I wanted to be married under the eyes of God. Anyway, so the rest is history. I slimmed down from a size 18 to a size 12, and then tried on my dress, and then realised it was too big. So then I had to put on a dress size back up, and then got married. And then I had Reuben, and put on more weight. And so I've always yo-yo weighted, and then my dad died, and that was it. Like, right, done. I'm done. So like 3 years ago, I started to I were about 18, 20, and we went to Harlem with the street band that I play with, and the pictures, I looked awful. Like, it was horrible when you see yourself and you look at yourself and you look that big. And like, everyone said to me though, you're not that big, but to them I might not have felt that big, but to me, I felt overweight. And I know that, we have big women in our family, so it's not out of the ordinary, but I just was quite consciously aware that I wanted to be smaller, and I wanted to be healthier, and I wanted to fix what was wrong up here. So I did that, and the thing about the year that I made that decision to drop the weight and apply, audition to be in Sister Act and everything, that changed my life, because my dad was sick. He was very critically ill. He was terminally ill. He had cancer, and like, I remember doing a gig and then being in Wales, and then coming back, doing some cover work, some singing teacher cover work for Stagecoach, and that night, the first week that I went to cover, he died. And it messed with me massively. It affected me months after. I went on a bender with my girlfriends the month after he died, and it just was not good. Well, it was good, but it wasn't the right time. And then I went back with my best friend in December, and it was brilliant. And then when I came after the next year, the 2018, it was hard. It was really hard. Not only that, my uncle was terminally ill as well with cancer, and then he died in February. He died 2 days before I did a 10k, the Great Orme, a 10k up the Great Orme, 2 days after my uncle died, and then I started to struggle at work, and then I had a mental breakdown and had to leave my job, and it was hard. It was really, really hard, all while running my own business as well. But I started to look at how I ate food, and it took me a full year probably, to sort of recover. I'd lost a bit of weight. I were about a size 16, 18, so I dropped a dress size and a bit, and then we went to America, saw my uncle, put loads of weight, well no, not loads, about 10 pounds back on, came home. Christmas was weird, And I remember a year ago feeling I didn't love myself. I hated myself. I hated who I'd become. I obsessed about things that I didn't really need to obsess about. I obsessed about people. And I was constantly like assassinating myself mentally. And then I think March I joined Swimming World with my mum, and then I got some confidence, I lost some weight, and I started to feel good. And then April came, the sunshine came, the spring came, and that was it. That was boom, 2 months. And I was doing therapy as well. And so even though I'd still enjoy food, I now know how to, like, if I go overboard, I know not to have a mental breakdown because oh my gosh, I've eaten 3 packets of crisps and a dairy milk. It's like, okay, I've eaten 3 packets of crisps and a dairy milk. Damn. Okay, what are you going to do? Next day, I'll go for a run, or next day, I'll make sure that I am drinking lots of water and I'm eating healthy food and things like this. Today, I'm like, it's Friday, my kids wanted mummy's fried chicken, which I've got. I've been defrosting some frozen chicken because the meat in the supermarkets is pretty non-existent at the time, so it's easier for me. I only tend to eat chicken and fish anyway, so it's easy to get frozen. And that is what the mixture... I've done it again! Luckily this surface is clean because I've just wiped it up, but basically that's what your mixture looks like. So now I'm going to get something to bind it together. So now I'm putting spices in, so I've just put some garlic in. I'm going to put some curry powder, but I'm going to do like my own West Indian take on it, because like most people like dash a bit of Madras curry powder on and that, but I'm going to use a little bit of my West Indian-ness. So turmeric in, give it that colour, not too much though, and give that a mix. Ooh. It's smelling quite nice actually. I've only put 2 herbs in. I need to put some more ingredients in. So I've got a bit of like, so me being a bit daft, I'm going to put a bit of jerk seasoning in. I haven't got much, but I'm monning it up. This is Mom's version of onion bhajis. So, oh, that's giving it an extra nice sort of, yeah, M.O.N.S aroma. And then what else I've got to add? No, not them. Aha! Oh, a bit of curry powder, a dash of curry powder. Not much though, she says. I don't know where all my West Indian powder. I can't do hot because of the kids, damn it. I was going to put like loads of hot powder in, hot. Bit of chilies in. Oh my gosh, I love to put some chilies in. Can't put chilies in. Right, okay, so I've added my spice, which you can just see there. So now, oh, it's egg time. Egg time. Oh, I'll just put a bit of pepper in actually, because I can't add my spice, but a bit of pepper will help. I know, like, some of my friends will be like, she ain't cooking them right, but you know what? This is how we learn, innit? And to be fair, there'll be loads of my friends that'll have a go at West Indian food, and I'm like, they are not doing it right. Firstly, you don't do rice and peas with kidney beans out of a tin. Well, you can do, but it's not proper rice and peas. So, oh man, oh, it's just smelling, looking amazing. My daughter's wants me to dress up in a leopard print summer dress in a minute. Oh, right, that is looking fabulous. My oil is on point. Right, so egg. Right, so 1. There we go. I love cracking eggs. too. It's like you can. It releases a lot of tension. I think it's like somebody's really, really grating on you. Somebody's really, and you just go, oof. La. So, right. I know this might seem boring to most people. If it is boring, don't watch. But I just thought, you know what? I don't get to. We're not able to sort of do this with our friends. So I thought, well, those of you that, you know, like cooking with me, or I've talked about a cook-up before, this is the chance to do it remotely. Okay, so the bhajis have done. No, they're not done. The eggs have cracked. Let me just mix it together. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little ball, and then I'm going to dip it in the egg, and then I'm going to chuck it in the oil and see what happens. So or maybe I should have poured the egg into the mixture. I can't. You see, this is why I should have poured the egg into the mixture, shouldn't I? Let me just try it that way first. So I've got loads of onions. Squeeze, 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 and then put it in the egg. Roll it about in the egg. The eggs are a bit warm. Ooh. And then chuck it in. Oh gosh, this is gonna be. Oh, that's a satisfying sound. That is a really satisfying sound. So, on my way now. On my way. Right. I'll catch up with you after these have done. So I fried some. My first two looked awesome, and then the rest started to look a bit anemic. So I'm gonna like this one. Amazing. This one looks good, and then the rest of them look a little bit anemic. So what I'm gonna do is I probably didn't leave them long enough. I'm just gonna put them in the oven anyway to keep warm. So. And then obviously we'll see the finished article. So now I've put the onion bhajis that I cooked into the oven, and I'm now slicing up my chicken that I'm going to use for my MFC, Mummy's fried chicken. Mia's just done something, so I'm just ignoring her.
Mummy, we're getting the crisps ready.
Okay, because we're having our party. Okay. Well, do you want to move now, Wolf, and you can go put it?
Where's the bowl? Where's the bowl?
She's got it.
Mummy,
She's got it.
Whole pack.
Not the whole half to start with, please. So if any of you are stuck for like chicken, like one of my friends was saying, I haven't had chicken in ages. So basically, if you're ever stuck for chicken, Tesco does really good. It does a kilo of chicken for like £2 something. It's brilliant because I've actually got more chicken out of this. I bought some frozen chicken from Asda, and I actually paid more for that, and I only got 4. It wasn't even a full breast. It was like 4 half breast pieces. So yeah, Tesco, brilliant. So I've used that whole bag of Tesco chicken. I've reset my oil so that I can do my MFC. So that's what I'm about to do. So what I've got to do is I've got to add my seasoning now to the chicken, and put the egg mixture, and then roll it in chicken, breadcrumbs and the like. So clearing my workspace. Is that your dad calling you?
No.
Right, so here we go. So with the chicken, I've diced the chicken up, and I'm now gonna bind it together after I've put my spices in, so don't need that. Definitely do need seasoning. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go to supermarket to get some more stuff, garlic. And then curry powder. It's only a tiny bit, not too much. Okay, and then a bit of turmeric. My grandma like, what are you putting in? I'm like, well, I'm running low. I'm running low on West Indian spices, grandmama. So I'll have to make do with what I got. So mixing that all, ooh, gosh, in. Looking lovely. And then I've got some breadcrumbs which I got before. These new ones. I've got, oh! What is wrong with me spilling stuff? I swear. Like, since we've been in isolation, I spilled about 15 cups of tea. Mia, need a Hoover. Thank you. I have like the best 9-year-old. She's so amazing. Right, so those are the breadcrumbs, and what I do is I pour them into a tub. Keep the box because you never know, you might end up using too much. And then I'm adding a little twist, which is what makes Mom's MFC, or Mummy's MFC, so special. I'm adding Dunn's River chicken fry mix, only because it just makes the breadcrumbs go a bit further, and the batter's like more, which make out of that what you will. Right, so I've added about equal amount of the fry mix to the breadcrumbs. Give it a shimmy and a shake, and it smells nice because the chicken fry mix has the seasonings that I'm missing from basically the chicken seasoning that I would have seasoned the chicken with. I've got in there. Right, so now because I'm not doing loads and loads and loads, I'm just going to do this. Beat 2 eggs. Put them into the mixture, mix the chicken in with the egg mixture, because you don't really need more than a few eggs. You only need a few eggs. I don't know why I'm clearly I'm going cuckoo. So now I've mixed that egg mixture, it's looking good, looking strong. And then what I'm going to do, get me a little bit of chicken, put the breadcrumbs over it, la la, and then put it in. And the thing is that you can actually cook your chicken really quickly doing it this way, because what ends up happening is you can do more than one piece at a time, especially it depends on how big you do your chicken pieces. Like some people like proper hug, like practically the whole breast as a piece, whereas because I've got little ones, bite-sized pieces like this are perfect. So, and you actually get more for your money because it ends up going further because you chopped up smaller pieces. So I've got another 2 pieces. Give it a shimmy and shake. Mia, Hoover! Please, please, please. Thank you, Rubio. There. In. There. In. I'm just dashing all of this stuff in. Okay, I'm going to show you the finished product once it's all done. So, final product, chicken. I'm alright with chicken. I know where I am with chicken. So, I'm going to put them in the oven as well. And then I'm going to take a picture of our mighty feast. Ta-ta for now.